Initiated here. Okay, good. Maybe you'll both be really interested in this. I said the other day during a yoga class, disapparated, because they say that all the time in Harry Potter. And people were like, oh. I thought it was funny. I don't know. I'm always cracking myself up over here. All right, so first thing we're gonna do today on our mat, let's just come to a nice easy seat and do not disapparate. Instead, we shall be right here and just grounding into our present state. Lifting up through the crown of the head, bringing the ears in line with the shoulders and the shoulders in line with the hips. And just feeling the body sitting, feeling the crown of the head lifted, as though you have something placed at the very top of the head. And staying as upright as possible, let's bring the right ear to the shoulder for a few cycles of breath, just getting into a little bit of a stretch into the left side of your neck. And you can crawl your left hand over to the left a little bit, just to, bring a little more length all the way down. Being a new moon today, we're just going to take things a little slower, a little easier. We're always intentional though, so today is case in point. Let's inhale, pick up the head, and exhale, we'll switch it. So just taking a moment to settle into other side, maybe crawling that hand outward, the right arm outward. Stretching into the right side of the neck. Noticing if you feel the stretch all the way down the arm. Interesting to note. And then we'll inhale, bring the head back up, and exhale, release. So we're going to make our way to table pose, and we'll do a little bit of cat and cow. So moving to all fours. And at any time during regular classes, table pose is perfectly fine instead of downward dog, especially if you're feeling tired. So let's find a little core engagement, drawn to the low belly, and we'll inhale, curl the tailbone, and lift the chin up. And exhale, round into your upper back. Bring the chin toward your chest. We'll do it again. Just slow inhale, opening the back body. And exhale, rounding inward, pressing the shoulder blades away from each other. And we'll do it again. Inhale, stretching across the chest. Exhale, stretching upper back. Inhale again, open it up. Exhale, curl in and round. And once more, inhale. And exhale. Coming back over to your table pose. Let's walk your knees back. If you want to go to regular plank, you certainly can. Otherwise, supported plank with your knees down. Inhale, find your core, and exhale, drop it down to the floor. So let's just come into a little cobra from here, pointing the toes. Inhale, open the chest, bring it up and forward, and exhale, melt down. Let's do that 4 more times, just a little cobra. Inhale from your upper back, lift up and forward. Exhale, reach forward to drop down. We'll do it again. Inhale, think about articulating all the vertebrae upward. Exhale, curl downward, 1 vertebrae at a time. Again, inhale, curl it up. Exhale, curl it down. And 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale, come on down. Inhale on up to table. And we'll open the knees, sit back for a little child's pose. Few rounds of breath, you can rock the hips side to side in your child's pose. Just noticing any activity that might be happening in the brain. Any activity that might be happening in the hips. If tented fingers feels like a good approach, you can push the fingertips down, lift the wrists, and just stretch the underarms, the shoulders, and maybe into the upper back a little bit more. Let's take the arms over to the right side, pushing the left sit bone down into the earth. And walk the arms over to the left side, reaching through the right sit bone now. Come back to center. Let's rise up to your table. Breath in, belly inside, lift to downward dog. Breath out. And just move around, paddling the feet. This is core month, so we do want to get the core to engage. So just find your core here. Lifting up through the tailbone. Big inhale and a long exhale. And we'll look forward. Let's walk on up to our hands. Good. And we'll inhale, lift halfway forward, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, let's come all the way up to stand. And exhale the arms by our sides. Good. So we're gonna take this moon salutation. I play with it a little bit, so just bear with me. We'll inhale, lift the arms to the sky, look up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. And fold, exhale. We're gonna step back with your left leg, making your way to a nice low lunge. You can ground your back knee to the floor. Good. If it's okay for your knee to be down, great. If you need a little padding, please put something underneath. And just noticing your hips here as you're lifted into this lowest lunge. Let's take the arms to the sky. A few rounds of breath here just to feel it. Take a nice inhale and exhale. We'll take the hands to the floor, front leg straightens. Let's make our way to a little split, half split, easy split. Nice inhale, chest up. And exhale, fold. Just finding a nice stretch for the right back of your right leg. Notice where else you might feel a stretch. And inhale, come up, and exhale, we'll bend your knee. Let's pick up your back knee off the floor, rise into a crescent lunge. And take a nice inhale, and exhale, open to a warrior two here. And in your warrior two, just take a moment to relax the shoulders, lifting through the heart. And we'll inhale, straighten that front leg, and exhale, parallel your feet in toward each other. We're gonna take a wide leg forward fold. I'm sorry I'm not facing you, but I will in just a minute. Inhale, lift the chest up, and exhale, fold forward, hands to the floor. Just relaxing in a fold. Keeping a little micro bend to those knees. Drawing in through your low belly. Let the head relax. And we'll inhale, look forward, and exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, come up, and pivot to face your left leg for warrior two. Just a few cycles of breath here, feeling Vera B. Maybe you can feel the hips stretching, maybe you can feel the thighs. Pushing through the 4 points of the feet. Just notice how it feels. And then come from here, coming into a crescent lunge, so pivoting to face your left leg, picking up your back heel behind you, noticing your lunge. Take a nice inhale here, and exhale. Take the hands to the floor. Ground your back knee. Maybe you need to put something underneath your back leg. We're gonna straighten your left leg now. Little half split. Okay, so straightening the leg, the hands can be framing with that foot or not, up to you. But take a nice inhale just to look forward, and exhale, hold inward. Moon salutations, at least the ones that I'm familiar with, are pretty kind of mandala-like, where we move from front to back to the front edge of your mat. So just kind of noticing how the body's feeling here, how the brain is feeling, because this is quite different than the normal Ashtanga classes. And we'll take an inhale to look up, and exhale, bending into your left knee, coming into that nice low lunge now. You can bring the hands to your left thigh. And maybe the arms rise to the sky. Take a nice inhale and exhale. The hands to the floor. We're going to step right foot to meet the left foot. So you might be at the back edge of your mat here. Inhale, lift halfway forward, and exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, press up. Then exhale, the arms by your side. So we'll do it again. I know you're facing the opposite edge of your mat, but we're going to do it again, moving in the opposite direction. Inhale, take the arms up. And fold on your breath out. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. This time we're going to pick up your left leg and step it back. Dropping your left knee to the floor. And just noticing your low lunge. Taking the arms to the sky. Just accessing the breathing here, nice and slow. Nice inhale, lift the rib cage up. And exhale, half split, hands to the floor, rock it back, straight front leg. Big inhale, and folding breath out. Maybe relax the head, maybe shake it out here. And we'll inhale, lift the head up. And exhale, rebending into your right knee. Pick up your back knee off the floor. Come on up to crescent lunge. Find your lunge. This is a strength posture as well as a balancing posture. So allowing your back heel to lift off the floor, but do equalize the distribution of weight and energy and work into that back leg. Maybe drop into the legs a little more for slightly more power and strength. Last inhale, lift the rib cage, open over your right leg, warrior two. A few rounds of breath in your warrior two. See if you can activate your thighs. Just a little engagement there. Pushing through both feet equally. Drop the shoulders and lift the chest. And we'll inhale, straighten your right leg, parallel the feet. We'll take a wide leg forward fold. Inhale. And exhale, bow forward. Just be mindful of all the muscles as they move you into this fold. Feel free to shake out the head. And we'll inhale, look forward. And exhale the hands to your waist. Scoop the belly in to come up. Inhale. Exhale, pivot over your left leg for warrior two. And just taking a few cycles of breath here. Dropping the shoulders, drawing the low belly in. Making our way to crescent lunge over your left leg, picking up the back heel behind you, just squaring the hip points forward, lifting up through the rib cage, kind of channeling a crescent moon from lifted arms all the way down through back heel. Notice how it feels. Can the low belly engage, pull in? Can the rib cage rise? Good, last inhale. Then exhale, taking hands to the floor. We'll drop your back knee, straightening the front leg. Inhale, look up. And exhale, bow into the left leg. During the moon phase, particularly new moon and full moon, it's really nice to release different parts of ourselves. So in this particular stretch, coming into a little bit of a lion's breath, if you'd like, you can inhale to really deeply feel the lungs expanding, and open the mouth as you breathe out and just make an audible sound. Let's rebend into your front knee. Come on up into your crescent lunge. Arms can lift to the sky. Just centering your hips forward and see if you can draw the low belly in to lift the rib cage up. Again, low lunge here, being cautious with your back knee. Take a nice inhale and exhale the hands to the floor. Step your back leg up and forward to the top edge of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale the arms by our side. So we're going to do it again. We're going to add a couple of extra postures to it. It'll feel really awesome and loose and just easy, okay? We'll inhale, lift the arms up and stretch. And exhale, bow it forward. Inhale, lift it halfway. Exhale, fold. This time we're going to step back with your right leg. So I know this is counterintuitive. Dropping your right knee to the floor. Come on up to that lunge, that low lunge again. We're going to take the hands behind your head and get a little bit deeper into the lift. And with the hands behind the head, gently pull on the back of your head up, up, upward, just to feel a little more space up the spine. We'll inhale, rise the arms, and exhale, half split. Once again, rock it back. Nice inhale, and exhale, bow it forward. So for a little modification here, maybe walk the arms over to your left, just noticing how it feels. Back to center, rebending into your front knee. We'll pick up your back knee, standing up for your crescent lunge. This time in lunge, we're going to pivot and twist to your left-hand side. Arms can open, palms turning upward to lift the chest. And let's take the back hand behind you, front arm to the sky for a little bit of a peaceful warrior with a twist. Just a slow inhale and exhale. And next inhale, reopen the arms to T, and exhale, turn forward, high crescent lunge once again. Inhale, lift the chest, press it out to warrior two. Good, so we're gonna straighten your front leg for a triangle pose. Wiggle your back foot in a few notches so that way your feet are about a meter width or a yardstick away from each other. And we'll inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, lean into that front leg. Find your triangle. You might have your hand on your shin or your ankle or something else. Block is always good. But engaged legs, priority. Engaged feet, let it ground. Engaged breathing, just let it feel awesome. Superb. Last inhale, exhale, look down, bend that left knee, come back up, inhale, and exhale, parallel the feet. Let's bind the hands behind your back, opening up the chest. Just a few cycles of breath here, lift the heart high. Good. We are going to fold, so inhale, push down into the feet, lift up, and exhale, fold forward. Just being mindful as you fold in. If you need modifications at any time, please feel free to soften your knees, maybe come out a little bit. Maybe you have to put something in between your hands instead of interlocked fingers. And looking forward, let's come on up, inhale, and exhale, release the arms. Pivot to face your right leg. We're gonna go to triangle pose. Good. Inhale, exhale, lean into right leg for triangle pose. Pushing down into the feet, lifting up through the heart. Few cycles of breath here, just notice your footing. Notice your core. Slow breath in, slow breath out. Good, last inhale. Exhale, look down, bend your right knee, come on up to warrior two. So please separate your feet for warrior two, so that's possible. And this is just a little transition. We're gonna pivot and face your right leg for crescent lunge. Being in your lunge. Notice the distance between feet. And taking the arms over to your right for that reverse warrior two. So it is a little weird twist. Please drop your bum down. Try to lift your rib cage up and away from your low back. A few cycles of breath. This posture is definitely not an Ashtanga, so it is a very strange posture. Let's take the back hand behind you and the front arm to the sky. Just notice how this reverse peaceful warrior feels in your body today. Back up with the arms open to T, inhale, exhale, crescent lunge. Please take the hands behind your head, opening across the chest. Now I know we're still in the lunge legs. See if you can just stay with it. Breathing in slowly and out equally. Rising up through the heart. Engaging the core for support. Lifting a little higher. And we'll inhale the arms high and exhale, taking the hands to the floor. Drop your back knee, half split. Straightening front leg, inhale and fold, exhale. Feeling free to curl the arms over to the right. back into center, entering back into that nice low lunge, rebending into front knee. Arms can lift. And maybe the hands behind the head here. Drawing it through low belly, trying to stay out of your low back as much as possible. Think about pulling the rib cage away from your low back. Lift it up and suck the belly into that space. Good. We'll inhale, lift the arms to the sky, and exhale the hands to the floor. Stepping your back leg all the way up to the right foot. Inhale, lift halfway, and exhale, fold. Come on up to stand. Inhale. And exhale, arms by your sides. We're going to take one more so we can make our way back to the front edge of our mat. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. Let's step back with your left leg. Dropping your back knee to the floor. Nice crescent lunge. This time in your lunge, we're going to take eagle arms. Take your arms outward to cactus. And then we'll wrap your right arm underneath your left. So just a little bit of a different thing. Lifting up into eagle arms, just noticing your breathing here as you pull the rib cage continuously higher, staying out of that low back region. Unraveling arms, inhale, lift them up, and exhale, half split once again. Rock it back. This time in half split, maybe you activate the leg a little more. Maybe you walk the arms over to the right once again. Another fun option could be to lift the left arm to the sky. A little bit more of a side stretch. Good. Wherever you're at, we're going to make our way into that crescent lunge. So bending into right knee, picking up back knee, coming on up to that deep lunge. Good. Taking the hands behind the head one more time, lifting it up. Rising the rib cage up a little higher, separating the elbows. And we'll inhale the arms back to the sky. Exhale, reopen them to the right, taking that reverse warrior two. Floating directly into reverse peaceful warrior. Maybe the lifted hand behind your head. Just get a little bit more out of it. Good, reopen the arms to T, take an inhale. Exhale, crescent lunge. Inhale, really lift into your lunge. Exhale, open to warrior two. Beautiful. Over your right leg, warrior two. We're going to take a peaceful warrior here. So you can wrap your left arm around your low back and take your right arm to the sky. Good. Maybe right hand behind your head, just lifting your rib cage up. Good, let's open the arms to T, inhale. We're going to standing half moon on your exhale. So lean into your right leg. We're going to take the right hand to the floor, picking up the back leg behind you, kind of like you're ice skating through the air. Just kind of imagining beautiful figure skaters floating across the ice on one leg. How do they do it so effortlessly? Turning the fronts of the hips open to the left. And nice inhale, lift a little more. Toe ball heel, lifted foot to the floor on your exhale. Back to your warrior two. We'll inhale, straighten your right leg, and exhale, parallel your feet. Inhale, really lift through the rib cage, and exhale one more time. Let's fold into wide leg fold. This time in your fold, we're gonna walk your right hand underneath your face, left arm to the sky to twist. Notice if you have some decompression in your low back with this twist, or any other kind of pulling or stretching that you can just really focus in on. Nice inhale, and exhale, let's switch to hands, left hand down, right arm high. A few cycles of breath here, just notice how it feels as you rotate open. Good, last inhale, exhale, release. Hands to your waist, use your core. Inhale, come up. And exhale, turn to face your left leg for your warrior two. So we're gonna head to standing half moon balance on this side. So reach forward. Let's pick up that right leg behind you, just feel it. Noticing the body, noticing the breathing. Connecting to your core, can you draw inward and upward for additional support and stability? And last inhale, back to warrior two on your exhale. Great job. Let's take your back arm, your right arm around your low back, left arm to the sky, hand behind your head, open your armpit and stretch the left ribs. Good, inhale, reopening to warrior two. Find your way to your crescent lunge. Turning the arms open to your left. Taking your back hand behind you, front arm to the sky. Maybe lifted hand behind your head. Just getting a little bit more out of it. Again, try to stay out of your low back. Instead, lift away from your low back to create space. Stabilize with your core, draw it in. And reopening the arms to T, inhale. Exhale back to your lunge, hands behind the head. Just lift the rib cage. Notice how much space you've created. Opening up across the chest. Letting the legs burn a little bit. Crescent lunge is meant to be a very powerful posture for the legs. Pull the belly in and stabilize. Use your core. Distribute the weight and the energy and the work upward. And we'll inhale the arms up and exhale the hands to the floor. Ground your back knee, half split. Straightening front leg. Inhale and exhale, fold. Again, maybe a little more activity in that leg today. Maybe walk the hands over to your left. Maybe take your right arm open to the sky. And last inhale and exhale, release down. Low lunge one more time, rebending into the front knee. We'll take the arms open to cactus. And the left arm wrapping underneath the right for eagle arms, okay? And it's a weird wrap, so we're doing our best, right? We're just gonna do our best. But we're purposely trying to access a little bit trapezius stretch. So pulling the shoulder blades away from each other, coming into a little back bend if that feels okay for your body. And we'll inhale, come on up, unravel the arms and lift. And exhale, the hands to the floor. We'll step your back foot all the way to the front edge of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Just notice how the body feels. And exhale, the arms by your sides. Good. So from here, we're going to come into a little tree posture. If tree pose is boring for you, you can take the arms to the sky, maybe close your eyes. But let's just practice tree posture today. We'll step into the left foot, open across the hips, take the right knee out to the side, and bring that right foot up, wherever feels comfortable. I like my thigh. It's a good like sliding point so my foot doesn't slide, but I also have to push my thigh and my foot together to kind of create that suction. So maybe that works for you as well. Steadying your drishti, your gaze point on something unmoving. Maybe the arms lift. And just for fun, you might connect palms, crossing at the wrists, connecting palms together, and just trying your best to straighten the arms up there. So let's slowly unravel the arms. Inhale, knee to chest, and exhale, bring it down, rock it out. And let's do the other side. So we'll position weight over into the right foot, picking up the left leg as you externally rotate from the hip. Steady your gaze point. Maybe the arms lift. If you're crossing at the wrists, taking the palms together, maybe try to cross the other wrist, and just see how it goes. Beautiful, last inhale. And exhale, unravel the arms. We'll bring lifted knee to chest. Breath in and breath out, bring it down, rock it out. Good, so let's take a little easy vinyasa from the top edge of your mat. Inhale, lift the arms and stretch. And exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, let's lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. Let's step back to your plank. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, halfway or all the way down. Inhale into your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, so we're gonna make our way into some a little bit more hip opening, this time through external rotation. So let's take your right knee forward. We'll move into pigeon posture. And just take a moment to settle into your pigeon. Okay. Drawing in through low belly. And maybe you'll sit upright the whole time. Maybe you're gonna lower down to the floor and just relax. It is a moon day, so ideally we're relaxing. But just taking a moment to notice what you need, because from one day to the next, it looks and feels very different. Doesn't matter the moon day or not. We just honor that today. So let's count backwards from 10 with the breath and just be with wherever you need to be. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll slowly inhale, come up if you're not, and exhale. Taking the hands back to the floor, make your way to your table pose. We're gonna roll through a few cat and cows before going to the other side. So inhale, curl it up. Exhale, round in, just feel the upper back. Inhale, open it back up, find your core. Exhale, use the core to round. And again, inhale, open. And exhale, curl in. Let's flip over the toes, lift to your downward facing dog, paddle it out. Letting the breath relax. Letting the head melt below the heart. And we'll take 3 lion's breaths from here. Inhale, stick the tongue way out and on your exhale. Doing it again, inhale. One more time, inhale. And looking forward, let's take your left knee forward in pigeon posture. Good. I'm just considering kind of the state of your energy right now. Maybe closing your eyes and just imagining the energetic swirling of your essence landing, kind of like how dust might land and settle to the floor. How glitter in a snow globe might land on the base. How snow in a snowstorm looks through the wind before it finally finds itself all the way down in the big fluffy piles. Just imagining that grounding, that dropping downward, and heading into the variation of your pigeon of choice. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, listening to breathing. 3, 2, and 1. And taking your time to bring the hands back to the floor if they're not. Moving back into your table pose, just with a lot of care. A few more cycles of cat and cow, find core. Inhale, try to get into your upper back. And exhale, push the upper back to the sky. Again, inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, access thoracic spine. Exhale, round it in. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. We're gonna move into puppy pose from here. So let's walk the arms forward, dropping the chest and the chin toward the earth. And just slowing it down even further. Even though this might be relatively difficult, just see if you can relax into it. Maybe making a little adjustment, maybe moving a little side to side, or letting the chest just drop all the way down. A little bit of core engagement. Just notice how that might increase the intensity of the spinal movement. And we'll push the ground away. We're going to slowly ripple back to our Sphinx pose. Onto the belly we go. And just take a nice inhale, drag the rib cage forward, and exhale, take a little turn to your right. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, a little turn to the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, rise. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale, back to center. Chin to chest on your exhale, but please keep your shoulder blades together behind the back. We're really looking for a stretch into the back of the neck here. Lifting the back of the neck upward toward the ceiling. Finding a little bit of core engagement. Maybe moving the chin right to left, left to right. And then we'll inhale, pick up the chin, and exhale, release. Hands under shoulders, come on up to table, breath in, and we'll sit down on your bum on your breath out. So crisscross applesauce, whatever feels comfortable for you. And we're gonna land into a 3-part breath technique called Dirgaswasam from here. So sitting up nice and tall. And just feeling the breath moving through the nostrils, around the rims, floating in, maybe with some swirling sensation, and floating out. And entering into the Dirgaswasam, once again, this is a 3-part breathing technique. We'll pour the breath all the way down to the belly on your next inhale. Let the center of your rib cage expand in full, and then rise the breath to the collarbone level. Before exhaling from the collarbones, middle of the rib cage, and shove the navel inward towards your spine at the base. And kind of going at it again, reopening into the belly, breathing fully, all the way into the middle of the rib cage and up into the collarbones, before exiting out in reverse from the top, middle, and bottom. Again, push the belly button inward just to find a little less in the lungs on its way out. And taking about 10 more on your own, feeling the slow inhales rising upward through the crown of the head. And the slow exhales, just descending your energy back to earth with the reminder to draw the belly button inward at the bottom. Maybe this becomes a very slow process for you along the way. Maybe you even stick around at the base of your exhale for a count or 2 or 3 before bringing the breath in once again. Whatever works for you here, purposefully just sitting up a little taller, feeling your energy rising upward as you breathe in. And allowing your energy to fall to earth as you breathe out. Just landing with intentionality. Getting quiet. Getting still. Using this technique to bring it all home. Giving yourselves permission to stay right here or moving into your Shavasana when you're ready. If you're moving into Shavasana, perhaps you release the 3-part breathing because now you're horizontal rather than vertical, but still maintaining a quality of breath that is pure, indulgent, luxurious, long, and fruitful for you. Relaxing wherever you're at. And just becoming a deeper state of yourself. The witness. Maybe even bringing into the picture yourselves as a small child. Filled with curiosity instead of judgment. Let the curiosity take over so the judgment disappears. Next inhale to slowly come back. Bring yourselves back into the witness. Just feeling with curiosity what happens when you breathe deeper. What happens when you let the breath out? What happens when the toes reawaken with some gentle movement? What happens when the fingers curl inward toward the palms? What happens when the head moves from side to side? Curiously stretching a little longer. How do you need to stretch here to reawaken? Maybe the arms lift vertically or horizontally, somehow away from the body. And finding your way into a little bit of a ball as you slide the knees toward the chest. How does that feel? Taking your time to move over onto the right side for a gentle pause before rising up to your seat. And once vertical again, just lifting upward like we did before, pushing through the seat, letting the crown of the head grow 3 more centimeters. You might join the palms together in front of the chest for Anjali Mudra. And just taking the chin toward the chest for a gentle bow. Giving thanks for this beautiful day. Giving thanks to your breathing for allowing you to find presence. And giving thanks to your practice instead of perfection. We'll close with the sound of Om. Inhale. Om. Thank you all so very much for being here on this new moon. Namaste. Thank you for being here.